That shot was pretty sketchy. What's up, guys? Special1145, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some Tier 6 British TD gameplay, the new TDs that came out in Update 2.1. This is the AT-8, and I'm platooning up with No Frigginish in his AT-8 as well. Both on the Tier 6 TD, going on the grind to the Death Star, because, I mean, why the hell not? It's a Death Star, and its hash damage is 1300. Yeah, I'm all about the big alpha, obviously, because the Panzer 100. Anyway, getting on to this game, we're starting on Black Gold Fill, Tier 7 game, and one of the things about this tank is it's really slow. Yeah, you can tell. It's really slow. I mean, it's not T95 slow, but it's still it's not a mobile tank by any means. Another thing is the tank has pretty good armor, 203mm in the front for Tier 6. I mean, that's quite impressive. That's very impressive, actually, for its tier. But the problem is that big, fat commander's hatch at the top of the tank that's just so blatantly easy to shoot, and everybody aims for it. And you know everybody aims for it when their gun is pointing up a bit and they're just looking there, or like almost drooling by the edge of their gun. It's horrible. That's one of the things that frustrates me the most about this tank. That combined with slow mobility, so that you can't wiggle like you could in other tanks that have weak spots like that commander's hatch. Also, for higher tier tanks, APCR can pretty much easily pen AT-8s. Yeah, it's got flat parts. There's plenty of problems wrong with it, but let's stop thinking so negatively and think about the positives. I mean, the gun is incredible on this tank. The top gun, which I have mounted right now, I believe, has a very good reload time, as you can tell. Pretty good pen. Right as I say that, I bounce off Churchill 1. But it has very good pen, a very good rate of fire, and we just pummel this Churchill 1 right here, as you can see. He pretty much stands no chance. The DPM is great. It's just a good gun overall. And so we try and get shots on the E25 out of the Triari platoon, because, you know, Triari is a priority target because of their skill level. But auto aim, no, not quite. Oh, we put a lucky shot into the Comet and start backing off, because we know that APCR or even AP shells will easily pen our commander's hatch and the front of our tank if using APCR. And for Tier 7, actually, it's possible that AP shells could pen the front, definitely for the IS top gun. So we're trying to get some shots off on this E25 over here. The E25 is little armor, so we pen with ease, but he backs up. Trying to put one more shot in, but that TD problem. If only I had a turret. Yeah, that would make it nice. But either way, we're trying to move up a bit. Try to squeeze through. No Frigginish is dead. AT-8 and Churchill 1. No, this tank is too fat. Our allies are moving up on the Comet. I thought the E25 was going to pop out, so I kind of sit here for a bit. But it seems like he's not going anywhere, and he dies. And the Comet, it's 1v3. But as you're about to see, VKD gets a kill. Comet's trying to move around there, bounce some shots, but it's not really working for him. And we get this pretty sketchy shot between these shipping containers. Yeah, that was kind of luck. But either way, we're turning around the VKD. And as you can tell, track traverse, yeah, sucks. But, I mean, it is paired with a pretty good gun, which does help it. Its DPM is great. We're slowly lumbering towards this VKD, and this is one of the problems. The tank doesn't have much gun depression. And also, if you're trying to poke a ridge, like I was trying to do, I was seeing if the VKD was right under that little cliff. It exposes your weak spot before your gun can actually get out, so you can get penned before you make it out there. Try to go for the lucky track shot, but it doesn't really work. Our AT-2 dies, so I know that other AT-2 is in their spawn because he takes a shot from that direction. And so we're showcasing that super fast mobility, you know, 25 kph down a hill, maybe. Yeah, kind of sucks. but either way, slowly lumbering. We're gonna beat the AT-2, obviously. That thing isn't very fast either, but the difference between the AT-2 and the AT-8 is, one, the commander's hatch. The commander's hatch is much smaller. On the AT-2, it's harder to pen and everything. It's much better for its tier. As you can see at this distance, I try and get a shot off on that AT-2 commander's hatch, but even at this distance, I'm not going to pen. So I just load APCR and start pummeling him. But the frontal armor for its tier is the same as the AT-8. It's very good. At a tier 5 game, the AT-2 is very good and very powerful tank. But that doesn't mean that it's unstoppable, and in higher tier games like you just saw there, it's gonna be a problem. Even if it has okay armor, APCR is gonna get through it, especially when with a gun this good. So we got a mastery badge, 2nd class, 1900 damage and 898 base XP, but we're gonna be moving on to a almost Rasin game. Oh my god, this was kind of painful at the end, honestly, but I can't get mad because it's his right to take the kill if he wants it. He can shoot the tank just as much as I can, so it's not really that big of a deal. But a Rasin would have been nice since I only have 5 of those, so yeah, that would have helped. Either way, it's a tier 6 game on Port Bay, which is looking good for us. There's only 3 tier 6s on each team. And you're going to notice they have an enemy AT-2, so you'll be able to see what I was talking about with the smaller hatch. But at close range, that commander's hatch is pretty easy to pen, especially with this gun. It's got pretty good pen, and I'm going to be able to DPM that AT-2. This game was pretty lucky, pretty strange, whatever you might want to call it, but you're going to see what I'm talking about soon. So we slowly begin lumbering to the port, because that's what AT-8s do. They slowly potato towards their location, which is another important thing that I just remembered is map awareness is really important. As you can see, they're capping the base, so I don't want to go to the edge of the port now. I want to go like defend the base, but the base cap isn't really a problem now, but I just want to get shots off. But this random KV-1S comes out of nowhere, randomly backs up, of course. And he fires off that big gun, which takes pretty much forever to load. He's backing up, but he can't do anything right now, so we are just gonna DPM him, and he's backed up against the wall. He's not going anywhere. His damaged modules gets a kill, but now we know he's reloading. That's gonna take a very long time because that gun at that tier has pretty bad reload time. So we got a engine fire there, and then our next shot just gets an engine fire. I was like, okay, that's cool. So moving on to the M6, but first you're going to see the AT-2 at close range. We have AP loaded and good accuracy, good aim time, easy pen on that commander's hatch, so it's not too bad for higher tiers. But for lower tiers, it's a real struggle penning that commander's hatch. We shotgun that M6 in arcade mode and just start DPMing this AT-2. And this is where you can, as you can tell, this is just where the gun excels. I can just keep DPMing this guy all day. He's just going to bounce because he's not really aiming for my commander's hatch, I would presume. And so we pick up our 4th kill. We're on a top gun so far. See the M4 on the other side of the hill. He takes some damage, put a shot into him, and this is where the reload time gets me the 5th kill, Radley Walters, and I see there's a T-3485 here, and so I head towards him. There's also a KV-1 left alive, but he just got spotted back more towards their spawn, which would take me a very long time to get there too, and I want to pick up this kill as well. So look for the kill, hoping he's going to pop out. He pops out a bit, put a shot in, went on the reload. He's kind of ignoring us, which is fortunate. And we're just going to DPM him right now as he ignores us. Put another shot in. Now when we're pretty close to him, he finally pays attention and realizes that, you know, kind of right there. We take one and turn, nail him, 6 kills, pools medal. The KV-1's right there. I'm kind of panicking right now. Come on, I need the Rasin, load the APCR. We're slowly lumbering towards the KV-1 because, you know, maneuverability, blah blah blah, is pretty crap. Panzer IV, I thought he was going to shoot him, but he doesn't. And we turn, shoot the KV-1, but then I see that gun carrier. I was like, no, 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 no. Oh. All I could do there was stare at the ground in disappointment and sadness. If only I had my Rasin. No, it's actually not that big of a deal. But either way, we still end up getting our mastery badge. We got 2850 damage, 67,000 credits. We got like 1100 base XP, so a pretty good game, and a pools medal. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more awesome tank videos.